Hello all. So right, before because I'm going to start building in the harbour settlement soon, but I wanted to do one more kind of little build, mainly because I'm going to incorporate some of the techniques into my Far Harbour build, so what I'm going to show you now. But it's quite cool, because basically, see I've got that entranceway there. Now what I wanted is the barn tab for starters, but also what I wanted to do, and I've actually already built it, so I know I do want to do it, because it looks grand, is make a kind of small gatehouse, but a bit tight, well, less, not as huge as, say, the one I meant it made in the kind of my other sanctuary, but something kind of still quite impressive, but also allows me to demonstrate a couple of techniques as well. Now, this is predominantly done in the barn tab. Now, while doing this, I did learn how, well, I already knew this, but I got reinforced just how fiddly the barn tab is, but it's, again, I've mentioned this before, but it's all about the order that you put things in. And God, it is a pain in the knob sometimes. Right, so we need to do the ceiling first. Oh, by the way, I'm making this over here, but I'm actually going to be just using the hold X pillar glitch to move it. Well, not glitch, the thing, feature, whatever the hell it is, to actually get it in. I think this does actually snap, but it's been a dick. Being a dick. Now, the reason with the flat roofs is we're actually going to put an extra floor on later. However, we want to... It's useful having those there, trust me. Mainly because we're ever going to have an actual... Similar to what I've done there, we're going to have an actual roof. But you can't actually connect the roofs to this. It's all very, very fun and complex and tedious. But, however, right now, this is the core structure. Don't worry, it looks significantly nicer than this. However, I want to do the ramp first. Now, this is something that was sent over me dozens of times. I'd already figured it out. However, I wanted to... Because it seems to be a lot of people already have, using my pillar technique. However, I wanted to make sure that we're all on the same page on this. Now, I'm actually going to do this first. Now, you can... I'm going to put the wall ends. Now, you can actually snap these on afterwards. However, it sometimes is a little bit dependent on how low the ramp is. And to be honest, it's just better just put them on first. So, now, after you've made this little structure here, you get bay, also this pillar, also referred to as the concrete wall pillar thing. I like to call it bay because it's fucking awesome. You have to get very, very close. Now, what I've done right there, I will say this again, I've not tapped X like that, so I've selected it. I've held X, and that selects the whole thing. Some people seem to struggle with that a little bit, I guess, because until you've done it once, you're like, what does he mean, tap X? I am tapping X, and then you end up mashing it loads. Right, so get it as close as you can. Now, you can use it basically where the red is. You can use that as a gauge of exactly how level it is, because that's probably the only thing you can really struggle with. There we go. Look at that. We've actually got, and that they walk up and down. That's all ground. The reason why we don't mind, because you may look at this and think, wait, but you've got a ramp. It's going to be all raised over here unless you have another ramp. Because of the angle of the road here, it actually means that by the time I put that in there, it's just a little step and it looks quite nice. But we're actually going to pretty much just do it all last. So, I'm also going to put the door in last as well. So I want a couple of walls at the side here. No, I'm going to put one with an ass window. An ass window. And another nice window. Right, now let's put... Now, I'm going to put... I do put these pillars in. Now, there's something I have noticed a little bit about these. Possibly slightly annoying thing. Was they do tend to look a little bit... Not bad. But you see they clip on the ends there. And I'm going to do it on the ceiling a little bit. Sometimes they do look a little bit like they're not fully attached. That's maybe something to kind of bear in mind. Right now, because I'm going to be putting this quite close, I'm actually going to be putting these stairs and doing the top part first. I was thinking of doing the roof after I've moved it in, but to be honest, I'm conscious that I might get it too close and not snap the floors in. Now, I'm not going to bother showing you, but basically you can't... I think you can and you can't. It's very difficult, basically, to snap the roofs onto the barn pieces, but you can just put them on top. That's why I put the ceiling on, because it's just so much easier. Because I want to actually have Sanctuary written out on this. Here, like this. Also, there's going to be stuff on this, and it's going to look proper good. Proper's good, yeah. Proper good. Hashtag awesome. Right. Uh-huh. Side. Right, now, what I do want to do, this is just personal preference for me. Now, I want this here, right? But if I do that, it's going a bit, you know, special, having us a little moment, because it looks a bit shit, and I then accidentally delete the wrong one. See what happens. Do you see what bloody happens? However, because obviously that's the reason, because it actually snaps inside, it snaps to the pillars of the walls, or whatever it's snapping on. It's a very, very simple way of doing this, because I actually want that mesh, but I don't want the mesh so you can see through it. I kind of weirdly want the mesh on top. Shut up, I just want it to look like that. If you want the mesh, you can just, yeah, just replace the roof. But you put the upper shack floor, then just connect it to the top one instead. So basically, I'll still try and be blocked by the stairs. But obviously, a lot of the time, it'll go to the lower one. But that time, it snapped first time. I can just pop on there. I see right when there, it snapped the lower one, but it's fine now. There we go. See, I wasn't lying. That's actually what happens. Right, now, next, the top bit. Now. Right. Okay. This looks cool. Prepare to have your minds blown, or at least slightly tickled. Right. Seems to snap there quite well, which is grand. I don't really need you to snap there, though, to be honest, mate. You can just fuck off, yeah? Okay. What do we want? What do we want? We want it this way. Right. You're gonna, again, you have a little bit of a special moment with this, yeah? And you're gonna fall down a lot. You're gonna fall down a lot. That's part of the process. Don't worry. It's like, I don't know, earning your wings or something. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know things. Right, so. We've got that there. This is a platform, and we're going to have stairs there. And yeah, this way the one part that might be a little bit pain in the knob. Better to put them on the edge, actually, I think. The reason being is you saw that it wasn't actually straight. And it's a bit of a fucking nightmare, I'm not going to lie. Because it basically just has a little bit of a special moment. Let's do it a different way, shall we? Because basically, snapping the, there we go, do it that way. Yes. Don't do what I just fucked around with there. I actually thought about that part as I was doing it. There we go, that gets it perfectly straight. Okay, so that's that part done, all grand. Now, I didn't actually need that many. Pop them over here like this. There we go, that's better. Because I want this mesh part to be over the top. No, I don't. I want to be back one. Yes, I do. Give me a second. You basically want it so it's one square back a little bit. So it's probably just better to do this, then that. Then move this back one. You basically, you don't have to do it as tediously. Basically, with that wall bit, yeah, just connect that. There we go. You want this space in front of it. That's what we wanted. Right. Okay, now we can do what we were going to do. This is my staircase. Up to thing. It snaps in rather nicely. Now we put this, and this is where the posts, and I'm going to show you from the outside, is better to do at the bottom. They do, be careful with them basically, like they look fine over thicker bits. You do need them on, it looks better with them on than with them off. But on it, situations like this, it can look arguably a little shitty. Now you can, I could rug glitch these in, for example. I can't really be arsed, but I could, if I could be arsed. But I can't. And you could also put it underneath if you wanted as well, which I'm going to do a little bit on the inside. Oop, and I'm going to fall off. Because of course I'm going to fall off. There we go, now I've got the thing, it doesn't really matter. Okie dokie. Now this is, I really like the upstairs of this. Because the reason being is I want an area that you can kind of look out over. Put those in the inside. Fine, I'm just going to pop you there, it doesn't really matter for now. Okay, so this is cool. Alright, so what we're going to do, go to the concrete tab. Go here like this. Gonna have a little loopy thing. Curvy bit, whatever the fuck you want to call it. Then we're going to go here. Have a nice little guard post. Because basically with this base, I don't have any guard posts at all. It's all turrets and a couple of dogs. However, I did want one, and I'm going to have one of my characters just basically, just literally the one guard post is going to be here, so I permanently have someone just kind of watching over. Then I actually want a little texture to the side. Now, initially when I was doing this, I actually had these, just one of these in the center. But it looks really good on the outside like this. Like that. And again. Oop. Yeah, look at that, see? Like, it adds a lot of character. Now, you could, if you didn't like the fact that was curved there, you could just use normal floor pieces, put some posts underneath, because you can't snap posts to that. And then you could make it look a bit supported. But I don't mind the fact that that's got that little lip there. Alright, so I think that is more or less the core structure. I do the ladder last. Let's put some railings around the top here, actually. And then what I'll do... What I'm actually going to do, and I'm completely utterly frank and kind of ruin the mystery a little bit, is I'm going to stop recording, quick save, and then I'm going to try and record me getting this in, but I'm well aware I might fuck it up, and I'm not having a video where I fuck up for 10 minutes. That's right, mystery ruined. Mystery ruined. Right, so before I glitch the actual gatehouse in, let me show you something. Because this is much easier to build away. You'll see once I glitch in that it does need to be as far away from the gate, the front of the wall as possible. Or whichever structure you're kind of placing it in. However, and you want to build the whole thing, and I do want to show you the whole thing, but basically I'm going to have to take some parts off. I showed you this in my trailers and buses video, but I'll show it you now, right? Because I've already lowered things into the floor, it'll do this. And there's no chance in hell that it works properly. That is a combination of the... It's two things that are doing that. One, the roofs, because they've already been glitched into the ground once. They have to be basically... They can't be re-glitched. It's really weird. But also the foundations, because they're sinkable items, you can't actually... Well, you can, but as you probably saw already, it was a bit knobby to actually get it to work. So you need to do it like this. But it's fine, because we needed to put those items on so we can actually do this. And we can comfortably snap them back in. Now, you've got to be careful with this, because you don't want it too low. I mean, you could have it like that, and you could have it so it has no floor if you wanted to, because it does, admittedly, it does look pretty cool like that. However, I don't want that. Now, that means you want it higher, basically. You want to make sure you can actually fit the concrete in. Now, the two things I'm going to use, I'm going to go in the center, and I'm going to move that to the side, is we're using the center little support thing, or whatever, bit of wood, the bit of wood in that roof bit there to line up the support thing in the center of my roofs, the seam, whatever. And then I'm also using those two back bits to actually line it up so it's flat and sheer against the wall. I've actually got that pretty damn good. Now you do that is by how it disappears. If both sides disappear evenly, it's completely straight. Or straight enough, as Davey could be asked anyway. That'll do. Right, now I'm going to put the floor back in again. That's actually not straight at all. Fuck it, don't care. Don't care. Living on the edge. I'll straighten out later. Or is it straight? I don't know. I can't tell. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. It's not important. Right, okay, so put this back in. But see, they snapped in perfect, it was fine. That's alright. Okay, I'm going to get obsessed about how many millimeters it might be off. Can we just quickly just do this? Let's show you again. Because you needed to see this again, didn't you? Nah, highlighted the point, really. The fact is that a lot of the things like that will probably... People who maybe don't build as much or aren't as... Maybe just haven't glitched as many things as I have. Might find that kind of... What the fuck? Why isn't it working now? It's broken, yada, yada, yada. Bethesda have patched it. Bullshit, bullshit, bullshit. In actual fact, it's just that you kind of can't do it again sometimes without first just getting rid of the items. And it's weird. It's like if... Those of you who have probably noticed this, when you're putting junk or decorating with junk, and then you, say, drop an item on the floor, you can move around the workshop menu, and you put it down, and it'll be perfectly straight, like it will kind of reset into its default position. But if you then knock it over and try and pick it up with the workshop, it will kind of just pick up weird, if that makes sense. And it's the same kind of function anyway. So that's that perfect. A little bit of a lip there, don't mind that. There's the beginning, but before we clock off, I'm going to decorate this, by the way, as well. I want to do a stairs. Now, the good thing is because... Thank you. That's great, Sturgis. That's because I haven't spoken to Preston 5 or 6 in-game days, because I couldn't be bothered to do his quest. Anyway, right, so... Because that is perfectly centered, more or less, what we can do, because we're crafted like this, is we can snap that there like that. And then... Oh, we can snap a staircase perfect. I love when staircases snap snugly to the side. God, it's gorgeous. God, it's lovely. Right, there we go. Look at that, gorgeous. Now, let me just quickly pop some crafty, because everything's crafty today for whatever reason, like the fact that I just fell down. Yay, fell down. I like that. Boop, boop. We'll pop some around that side there. A little bit of vertigo, I'm not going to lie. Right, there we go. Right, so I'm going to quickly clock off, make this place look nice, and we'll see it decorated. BRB. So, this is the end result. I'm pretty chuffed with the outcome, to be honest. It has that vibe of... It is a gatehouse, but it doesn't feel like a massive, overbearing gatehouse. It suits the scale of this settlement, which is why I like it. It's not like the other gatehouse videos I've done, where it's something that's meant for like my massive sanctuary, where I have one there and one there. This is more about, this style of gatehouse you could pretty much use in any settlement, and obviously you can make your own additions and changes need be. By the way, I do like these turrets, even though I know they're not as powerful as these ones. I just like the legs, so I like mixing them in. I don't know why. It's my little preference shop. Right, so I'm going to be doing another video on Sunday. This one will be actually on a Far Harbour settlement, because I do actually want to kind of give those guys a little bit more of attention, or any attention for that matter. And I might try and get a stream in as well. I'm going to be buying Overwatch this weekend. I don't know if I will. Far Harbour kind of fucked up a little bit, because I wanted to focus on that. But I'll try and get one in, but I don't know when, so it'll just be a video will go up on the channel saying that I'm streaming. As always, follow me on Twitter, @norespawns, if you just want to see what I'm up to. Send me your videos, send me your Twitter pictures, and also just listen to me complain about my day, and then send random GIFs and random Reddit posts and other bullshit I find on the internet when I have no work to do. Alright, love you all, talk to you soon.